Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way or another.
Mic check. Mic check, waifu. Montel, is that you?
What's up, bro? How you feeling about Gleipnir?
Well, I can't wait to talk about it. But first, this is episode 44 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, I'm Polo Born Fly, and that's at King Teliano. We are your hosts today, and as always, Mic Check Waifu is brought to you by Lube Complex. Go to lubecomplex.com and use that offer code waifu whenever the site comes back up with the merch. So check that site out. Dope merch coming. I know as soon as this COVID-19 stuff comes, you're gonna have a fresh stock of just ill gear. So make sure y'all check that out. Also, it's brought to you by our Patreon producers, Monique Williams, Connor, and D Prince. And I also want to throw this in there today, Till. I want to say, go to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel just got 230 subscribers, and I didn't even notice. It's just slowly growing.
That's appreciated.
Yeah, much appreciated. And the way the YouTube works is we put the video versions of the podcast up there, but they're 2 weeks behind unless you're a Patreon supporter. If you're a Patreon supporter, then they're just up there for you immediately the day that this episode comes out on Tuesday. But if not, you can go back to the YouTube, check out the video versions. The video versions are clean, smooth. You can see our nice little backgrounds for our logo and everything like that. It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
we change them every
basically
season.
What you see you get to see what the little clips actually look like in person.
Yeah, of the full show. So make sure y'all go check that out and subscribe. We would appreciate you. And follow our Twitter at MicCheckWaifu and our Instagram at MicCheckWaifu. We're very active on those. We love interacting with you guys. You guys are awesome. It's been incredible. All right, let's start the show. So where do you want to start off at, Till?
I don't know, because one of my topics is low key slander.
Okay.
And the other, and it's gonna be, I think it's surprising. So let's start with that.
You want to start off with that, or do you want to hear the update?
Oh yeah. Let's hit the update. Let's do that.
All right. So if you guys don't know what the update is, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. But I've been watching One Piece. I'm a first-time watcher of One Piece. Started from episode 1. Obviously, I'm skipping the filler, so it's
First of all,
going by relatively quick.
he said first-time watcher at One Piece. Who watching One Piece twice? 900 episodes.
Hey, Kush
You
by
might
the
go back.
bush.
You might go back and watch the fillers.
Kush by the bush is watching One Piece with me though, so he's a rewatcher. He's a rewatcher. So shout out to him. But yeah, so I started from episode 1 of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I am now at 232. I am in the Water 7 arc right now. I just started Water 7, so everybody's still super friendly right now. I don't know any baddies yet. They just got their 300 million berries from trading the gold that they got from Skypiea. And now they're trying to find out what's going on with Robin because she's kind of wandering around Water 7 because this masked dude walked past her and says some crazy shit. And now she's like missing. So, and then they're trying to find a ship dude to help them fix the ship and stuff and join the crew. So I am mad looking forward to it because everybody said just wait till you get to Water 7. Just wait till you get to Water 7. I'm in Water 7, bro.
It gets so good at this point, bro. It's like, oh man, I can't wait till you see it's this specific moment that when you see it, you're gonna be like, this is who I thought Luffy is. And this is truly what Luffy is. This is 100% authentically Luffy.
Man, because it was a mini arc of them just meeting the admiral, the frozen admiral dude. What?
Aokiji?
Yeah, Aokiji is insane, bro.
Yeah.
He can't be stopped, at least not yet. He's insane. So that was very interesting to see how the powers that be operate see how strong they are. I can't, man. I got a nice little rod ahead of me. I can feel it.
Yeah. Ooh.
I still love Nico though. She's the best.
It's because she a waifu.
That, and she's so level headed, man. And she use her powers the exact same way. Yes, the exact same way I would use those powers if I had it. I would snap people necks. Like this, it's that simple. When she do it, that simple.
If I can make extra hands, why not break your neck with them?
Straight up.
Busta Rhymes Jr.
Straight up. But I am enjoying it. It's like if you guys listen to the previous 3 weeks episodes, it's like a climb. I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. Okay, wait, it's getting real good. Okay, I'm here. I'm invested. I am invested in this crew. I want to see what happens next. I have to see what happens next. Man, just the character growth is unreal. I was talking to somebody on Twitter about how that boy Zoro, it was a leak, One Piece leak. And we were talking about how Zoro growth is so good because he grew during the battle and he learned these techniques and moves during battles. And he don't master them, obviously, but he learned them and he slowly starts to incorporate it into his moveset because he gets his ass whooped a lot. And I like that.
I mean, you can tell from the Mihawk fight.
Yeah.
You know, Zoro, he was there to take an L, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was there to take an L.
And the fight when he was fighting the dude that was made out of blades, the cut fruit or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm telling you, Zoro, he's just the GOAT of the show. Like Luffy is obviously, it's his show, but Zoro is the fucking GOAT. That's all that's to it.
That's what everybody say.
You can I promise you, if you like Zoro now, you're only gonna like him more in the future.
Everybody's saying that.
Coming up in the next arc, this arc here, you're gonna like him more. And the arc coming after that, you're gonna like him more. It just Zoro, he's the GOAT. That's all it is. Period. I can't say enough about how great Zoro is.
Yeah. I can't wait to get to the further in episodes to where I can go back and listen to some of the early episodes of OreGairu podcast when they was just doing the One Piece specific episodes. I need to go back and listen to them because then I'm gonna be caught up and then I'm gonna understand what the hell is going on. So
yeah, because before, if you weren't already caught up, you'd be sitting there in those episodes like,
what?
What's this, bro? What's going on?
Who was that? He did what?
Right. Episode 850 of One Piece.
Yeah. Or chapter 976 or whatever they had. But I'm going to go back and listen to those. So shout out to OreGairu podcast. If y'all haven't, go check them out. Yeah. And let's go to your slander. What's the slander?
Okay. So I started right before this podcast, literally an hour before this podcast, 40 minutes before we started recording. I started Digimon Adventure 2020.
Ooh.
And my slander is that Digimon is a much better anime than Pokemon, excluding Pokemon XYZ.
Wait, time out. That's not slander. That's a compliment.
Okay, I'm just slandering Pokemon. You know, I love Pokemon.
I guess you are slandering.
This is my heart. Except for Pokemon X, Y, and Z, Digimon, the original anime, and even this one seem already like superior anime.
Wow.
To Pokemon. Like the music off the bat was fire. The animation was smooth. It was still like a little childish, like, you know, Saturday morning cartoon kind of look, but it was just better. And then what I really liked right off the jump from this first episode, bro, was that they created like a sense of urgency and like you didn't know if Japan's gonna make it. It felt like one of those original Digimon movies where like in the movie they're like, oh, there's this virus coming to destroy Japan.
Yeah.
In this first episode, it start off like that, like
body in Japan. Like,
hey, yeah, body in Japan. And the episode I finished, the second episode, I don't know if you're gonna watch it or not. So like low key spoilers. US just fired a nuke at Tokyo, Japan.
Oh.
Not on purpose, obviously. There's a virus that took over a ship, a US ship, that fires a nuke towards Japan. And I'm just like,
And this is Digimon?
Digimon, yeah, episode 2, bro. Episode 2.
What the fuck?
And it's like, so and the thing is, so we already know a lot about Digimon. So yeah, there's the evolution because of friendship stuff, and then there's like the Digivolution fusions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but what's nice about it is like you already know this. You expect this coming from Digimon, right? Yeah. So you already know it's coming. You know what's possible. It's just more or less how you see it happen. And when it happened, it's like they do the ass pull, but they didn't do it in a way you expected, right? So I'm just like, I'm thinking, so from this first episode, you're like, oh, it's super easy for him to go from Agumon to Greymon, right? That's an easy evolution. You can do that in the first episode. That makes sense. Then you think, okay, you're going from Greymon to War Greymon, which is like the next goon up. And I'm thinking like, okay, so they about to evolve into War Greymon. He about to evolve into Metal Garurumon. You know, all these extras. I'm thinking, okay, they about to go this next level up. They skipped that entirely. It was like, no, we're going to digifuse right here. Yeah. Go all the way hard. I'm just like, oh, so y'all ass pulling, but y'all ain't ass pulling. Y'all like going hard with the ass pulls. Like, we want to make sure this virus don't have a chance. Yeah. And it's dope though. Like, it actually looks really good. It doesn't feel bad watching it at all.
That's dope.
And it makes me disappointed in Pokemon, except for Pokemon X, Y, and Z. See, Pokemon X, Y, and Z, like I said, best season.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said on Twitter, man, every anime has ass pulls. It just depends on if it's a good ass pull or not. It could be a bad one. It could be a good one.
Right.
Like the Heart of the Cards. That had to be the most bullshit ass pull.
You're right, though. But here's the difference with these ass pulls, though, in comparison. Like, Pokemon don't really have ass pulls, right? Ash really be having to train. So, like, ass pulls in Pokemon. Yeah. Digimon, you expect ass pulls. Yeah. But what's nice about the Digimon ass pulls is, like, it's not like Greymon out there just fighting and getting his ass kicked, and then all of a sudden, Tai is just like, no, you can't lose. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Greymon evolves and becomes stronger. Tai get in a fight, start throwing hands himself, like throwing shit at the Digimon. I'm about to run up and try and throw a punch or something like that. And all of a sudden, it's like Greymon, like, oh yeah, we not doing this, and get buff or turn up or something like that. But that's how Digimon has always been. Like, it's not like they just out here ass pulling for ass pulls. They doing ass pulls because, like, hey, look, I can't let Tai take an L, so I gotta do this.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Man, that sounds deeper than I could ever imagine, man.
It's completely different than the original. It's still the same characters, just different.
I remember playing the PlayStation version of the Digimon where you had to pick up. It. Yeah, me too. You had to pick up the poop of your Digimon and make sure he was happy in order to get them evolutions and shit. That shit was incredible.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was my favorite. So I before we continue on with some stuff, I sent out a tweet to and asked, we're about to record. Anybody got any takes or any questions for us? So Scuba Steve says, 1, you're evil for making me watch Clannad. And 2, he wanted the One Piece progression and best wingman in anime. Best wingman in anime.
Best wingman.
Yeah, so best secondary. So he's watching Clannad. So obviously he's referring to our yellow-haired friend. Best wingman, dude. That's shit, man.
Low key, it has to be Zoro. Like I'm not even
straight up. Yo,
like I'm trying to think of like Vegeta, Zoro.
Yeah. Played by the same voice actor in the English dubs.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Bakugo. Bakugo ain't that. He ain't that raw yet. He give him some time. I don't know, bro. Yeah. Vegeta, Zoro probably the best because he's got more chapters,
and
more episodes.
I just love the way Zoro, like, if that's what the captain wanted, I'm just following my captain's orders, but he's like not a bitch with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I like that. I like that respect that he has for Luffy, man. I think that may be right. Damn. Hey man, Scuba Steve.
Just
bro.
think, 3 weeks ago you wouldn't have said that.
Shows. Hell no. I wouldn't be like, hell no, not even close. Scuba Steve, man. Thank you so much for watching Clannad, man. That means a lot. I told him, man, I'm like, that's the show that completely changed the way I watch anime and why I'm so analytical about shit. Cause that dove deep. Speaking of analytical about shit, I watched 2 seasons of an anime, of a slice of life anime that I did not know. Like I don't know how it passed me. There's no way this anime should have passed me, but it did. And it's called My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. That's the English title for it. The Japanese title for it is ridiculous too. No, it's not ridiculous. It's OreGairu. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
I think I've heard of that.
OreGairu. It's all over Twitter because season 3 was supposed to drop, but it got delayed. But I don't know how this slice of life. I mean, it's probably because I looked at the English title of the name, like the English title, and was like, no, that shit sounds ridiculous. Why would I want to watch this? But this shit is so good, man. It has probably my favorite main character. I mean, since Clannad, like I like the main character Clannad. I like him a lot. But this one, he's really fucking good because he kind of knows. His name is Hachiman, and he's like, he kind of knows his place, or he wants his place to be in society to where he's a loner. Like that's where he wants to be. He wants to be as a loner. His teacher tells him to go to this club room because she's tired of him being a loner, because she feels like he has potential to be so much more than that, because he has good grades. He's a good student, but he's just a loner with literally no friends. He goes to this club room. He joins. She forces him to join this club called the Service Club, and the Service Club is filled with this one other girl who's extremely cute. Like she's extremely smart, extremely popular, but she's hard to get close to because she's like super. I guess you can call it blunt. She's super like blunt with what she says, and when they join together, they obviously butt heads because they're two of the same, but like opposites, you know. She's pretty and popular. He's like quiet and a loner. And they coming together and join the Service Club. And the Service Club job is to basically solve problems for the students in the school. So they get problems in this club, and then they go about different ways of solving them. The way he goes about solving them is, you learn during the show that he wants to solve them. He wants to help the people, but he's doing it by sacrificing himself because he's already the loner. The girl, I guess the leader of the club, noticed this, and she's like, yo, you got to stop doing that. Like you're trying to help people, but you can see that she's starting to care about him. And then when she starts to care about him, she noticed that he's taking basically these L's for other people in order to make their lives better. And like everybody's around him is starting to notice it. And you know how we talk about how, who had the inner monologue? Who did good with that? What show did really good with Beastars? You know how Beastars did really well with those inner monologues? He does it the best, the way he executes everything, man. It's so good, man. The show is really fucking good. It's not what the title entails. It's more or less just a normal slice of life with a lot less comedy than the title would have you believe. But it does have some comedy elements. It did catch me laughing out loud a few times. I finished 2 seasons of it. And then the 3rd season, which is reportedly the end of the story, it gets real because it starts to go into like the romance aspects of the 2 girls that are in the club, because another girl joins the club, and I don't want to give too much away with that one, but it starts to get into that a little bit, and that is so intriguing because of the way everybody is like just executed. Like the characters are great, and you get real invested in them. So Orisuke is a good show too, but OreGairu is a great show. Or the English title, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. Check it out.
Yes. Bro, you know I'm not a big slice of life person, but
I know.
You always make me want to like check them out. Like,
This shit is good, dude.
I don't want to devote time to crying and sadness and stuff.
So-
which obviously not all slice of life is sad,
Right.
But I'm also not a very like I don't like romance. I'm just gonna be 100% real.
I love that shit.
Like that romance stuff is not for me. But
I like it a lot.
I like watching it with my wife. I like watching it with my wife. Now, if it's mad funny, I'm with that. Like I want the funny.
It's not that much romance though, because again, it's so the romance played such a far distance in the background that it's so weird that it's even titled this, because it's so far back there until like literally season 2 towards the end. Like,
but that's what they trying to do. They trying to sneak it in there, like not let you know. Like you've been seeing little hints of it through every episode.
you've been seeing them start to care a little bit more, but it's mostly the problem solving. It's the service club trying to solve these problems. Like get this girl, she's trying to be elected into the student council president as a freshman. This guy has a problem with this guy has this problem with this girl that he likes, but he doesn't want to tell her because they're all in this group of friends, like these popular group of friends that they don't want the group to like be awkward, but the guy wants to tell him how he feels about the girl. So they try to help him figure that little situation out. And it's all about that problem solving. And then the romance is in the background, kind of like coming together slowly. I mean, very slowly, if it is even actually going to be a romance between these girls and this guy. It's fucking intriguing as hell though. It's a good show. I'm glad I watched it. And it's beautiful. It's subbed and dubbed. The dub is fucking clean. There's a scene that he had. I want to try to put it in the show. I know when I say that, I cut myself because I hate editing and doing that shit. But it's this scene where he's super emotional because he starts to say, he starts talking about how he's doing something by himself and he needs their help. And his emotion comes out because he tells them that he wants to be friends with these girls, basically, after being a loner his entire high school career. Like, it's so good. The voice actor name is Adam Gibbs. He killed this fucking role. He destroyed it. And he's a really good voice actor. We talked about that on the after story a little bit. Mm-hmm. But he's a beast. And I want to try to put that clip in this podcast. If I do, it'll be right here. But if I don't, then we'll just continue the show.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So on that note, have you watched any BNA or Brand New Animals?
I wish I did, man. No, I forgot about it.
So I'm gonna tell you, I really like this show.
Okay, I'm watching it.
And like I said, what I like about it the most is like our two main characters, bro. Like they have this kind of like dynamic where the female character is kind of like, so I told you last week basically how the world is made of humans and beastmen. Our main character literally used to be a human, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere she just became this beastman. Our male main character, Shiro Ogami, he has always been a beast man, obviously. And he has this like super keen sense of smell that almost makes him godly. And his like life's goal is to protect all beast men no matter what. His latest episode, he finds out that she used to be a human and there's an interaction there. But like, it's like there's a mystery, and then there's also like just the fact that there's human to animal transformations. Yeah. And it's just dope. Like I've always been a big fan of lycanthropy in general. Yeah. And that's why I love the game like Bloody Roar. But also like the show is just dope. Like the music is good. Like I said, the attention to detail, how they had the scratches on the screen just because she had nails on her like super sharp claws on her fingers now. Just stuff like that. Like the whole show has some really cool, interesting, features to it, and I think it's worth checking out.
I'm not gonna go another week without watching it. I'm gonna watch it so we can talk about it next week.
It's 6 episodes out right now. I've been going slow on it because they releasing it week to week now. They did the first 6 episodes in one day on Netflix, and now it's just like they doing week to week until I guess they did like a Netflix premiere thing.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely different. I think I'm gonna take it slow too. I'm gonna watch like 3 episodes one day and then 3 episodes another day, and then hopefully it'll be.
Y'all gotta remember this. That's slow for Polo because he's been watching 20 episodes of One Piece a day.
Fucking destroying this One Piece, dude. It's funny because, hey, shout out to Unbothered Mike. He's also watching One Piece. He ain't enjoying it as much as I am.
I know, right?
if his tweets is anything to gander at. That's funny, man.
What was that tweet? Somebody, was it Scuba Stevie or was it Kush the Bush? It was like...
No, it was Black Anime.
Oh, man, it's like, yo, the interactions or how these two people are enjoying these shows completely different. like you and I, we like One Piece.
Yeah.
Black Anime, they not having it, bro. They're not feeling it. But also, we don't like Black Clover. They like Black Clover.
They like Black Clover. Yeah, it's 2 different kinds of tastes, and I love it. Hey, I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if Vash is gonna listen to this, bro. You gotta chill. I don't like One Piece. You like One Piece. I understand that. You gotta chill, man.
You like One Piece. You don't like Black Clover.
Oh yeah, my fault. Black Clover. I don't like Black Clover. He every time I say something about Black Clover to somebody else, completely, he's not even in the conversation. He always comes into the conversation. Like, I understand. You like your show, bro. Enjoy it.
You know you gotta defend your show.
Dog, you don't though. You don't.
I know.
Do not. I will not defend a show as hard as he does, as hard as anybody does. I don't care if you don't like it. Good.
My opinion is that a show defends itself, right?
Exactly.
Like, I will always say this. My favorite anime is not mainstream at all. People don't even say shit about my favorite anime. I had to show them a picture and they see that gift that I show every time and they just like, yo, what the fuck is that? And they go check it out. I was like, yo, that's dope. It's like I'm putting people on one person at a time.
Same.
And people tell me they really like it. And it just is what it is. Like Alan, I showed him, I said, hey, watch Sugar Buffalo Night. He watched it. I was like, yo, that shit is dope. Polo, you watched it. And I'm just like, that's all it is. It's my favorite. It ain't got to be Polo favorite, but you know, he liked it. He ain't say it was trash. It might have been some messed up story features in there that could have been better. But you know, that's my favorite, not his, and I rock with that.
Yeah.
He ain't gotta like it like
exactly,
I like it.
Man. It's crazy. Every time I say something, I'm like, yo, man. Just relax, man. It's cool. Let's take a quick break though. And we're gonna come back with some more anime talk. We don't have My Hero to talk about, so you don't have to worry about stopping the show and like catching spoilers in the second half. But we are gonna play a dope song. We're gonna come back with some more of this dope anime talk because we having a good time. I'm having a good time. I can't wait. This is another Teflon Sega joint. Of course, every chance we get, we're gonna play some Teflon Sega. If you have a song that isn't copywritten, let us know. We'll listen to it. Not a guarantee that we'll use it as a break. I'm gonna just tell you that now because we got a formula. But let us know. We'll drop it in maybe, and we'll go from there. And also check out mycheckwaifu.com. Thanks. We'll be back.
Peace.
Well, if I had my way, you were back around and I would spend all day saying what I thought you knew. Yeah, what I thought you knew. But you just wait. Nothing hurts more than knowing it's too late to say what I thought you knew. Yeah, what I thought you knew. So I wrote down all my problems, everything you used to say, and I got so mad about it that I ripped right through the pain. And I wish I didn't get it, give a damn about what you think. And I wish that I could finish, but I just ran out of ink. I made this movie's almost over. All I got is clips. You could have played your part much better, or I could have wrote your script. Yeah, I finally got it through, but I ran out of time. I guess I should have said the things that I had on my mind. And time keeps spinning. Hindsight. hindsight's 20. It's over now. And time keeps spinning. And hindsight's 20. It's over now. Well, if I had my way, you were back around and I would spend all day saying what I thought you knew. Yeah, what I thought you knew. But you just wait. Nothing hurts more than knowing it's too late to say what I thought you knew. Yeah, what I thought you knew. Yeah, if I collect the tears that we both spent, wash away the pain I could not bear. It really could have been. 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 Take me to that day when we first met. Find a place where all the good time went. Take me back to then. Take me back to then. Take me back to then. Your time keeps spinning. The hindsight's 20. It's over now. Your time keeps spinning. The hindsight's 20. It's over now. Well, if I had my way, you were back around and I would spend all day saying what I thought you knew. Yeah, what I thought you knew. But you just wait. Nothing hurts more than knowing it's too late to say what I thought you knew. Yeah, what I thought you knew.
And welcome back to episode 44 of My Check Waifu. Hey, can y'all do us a favor? Just one favor. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button and go to iTunes or go to Spotify. Wait, you can't do that on Spotify, I don't think. But go to iTunes.
You can follow on Spotify.
You can follow on Spotify, subscribe on iTunes, and also rate the podcast for us. We'll greatly appreciate that. That helps the podcast out a lot and get some more ears to it. We feel like we got a pretty decent product, and we hope y'all do too. So before we get into more anime talk, because we got a lot to talk about still, anime wise. Also, God Punch. So I hope you read it. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
It was a recommended requirement from last week.
It was straight up. So before we get into that though, we have our recommendations. Every episode we give both Till and I give recommendations on shows that you should watch. Shout out to Isaiah. It's Isaiah, dude. You watch everything that I recommend, bro. I'm glad you like them, man. I'm trying not to let you down. It's been my goal, my absolute goal since we started the recommendations, and you let us know that you watch them, that to not let you down on shows yet. So hopefully this won't let you down. And I'm gonna let Till go ahead and start first.
I was gonna say, speaking of that, I want to say to Shay Nero, Shaq from high school.
Hey.
I appreciate you checking out my recommendations. He said, "Yo, why is everything you recommended so good?" I appreciate that entirely. So I'm gonna recommend another really good one. This is from the Monogatari series. It's Kizu Monogatari Part 3 Reiketsu. That's actually where I started from the Monogatari series, and I started going back to the beginning and finding the chronological order. It's really good, and the reason I started here is because I saw this dope fight with OreGairu versus Killshot. It's just super smooth, it just feels so good, bro. It's ecchi too, so if you like ecchi, it's there. But it's action, ecchi, bloodshed, great problems and story and everything. It's super because I like that stuff that's got something to do with like Japanese lore or spirits or demons and vampires and stuff. Yeah. This is right up that alley. Go watch it. It's fire.
Absolutely.
Also, it's a harem anime.
Uh-oh. So I'm about to go ahead and get that link from you. Yep. So all the links to the shows we recommend will be in the show notes. So wherever you listen to this podcast, check the show notes. And it'll take you to the link of the show. What's the show called again?
Oh, Kizu Monogatari Part 3.
Okay.
But it's just a Monogatari series. It's Baku Monogatari, Mizu Monogatari, it's Monogatari.
Okay, I got you. So my recommendation is, again, going to be yet another slice of life anime. This one is one of my favorites because I like the fucking premise so much. The premise is this kid, okay? Let's say, I can't remember the exact age he was, but I'm a ballpark it and say he was about 6 years old. Kid being 6 years old was over a friend's house, okay? He was over a friend's house and he decided to express his feelings as a 6-year-old kid to this girl who was extremely pretty and smart, and everybody loved her. She had a nice, rich house and, you know, very wealthy family. The problem with the 6-year-old kid was he was a fat kid, what was considered ugly kid that nobody, you know, would date. But he was a good kid. Just nobody would date him because he was fat and ugly. Fast forward to high school, he moves. He comes back to the town where he left after he moves, because after he's like denied, he moved away. He comes back. Fast forward in high school, he comes back to the town, and when he's in town, you notice that this kid is completely different. He spent his entire life getting in shape and becoming the most handsome boy he possibly could in his entire school, just so he can get the same girl that denied him when they were young to fall in love with him, just so he can deny her. Just so that he could deny her. It's called Masamune-kun's Revenge. Masamune-kun's Revenge. Watch this show. Hilarious. It's a great show. You can find it on Funimation and Verve. It's a super great show. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it just because it's so intriguing. And it's,
holy shit,
the premise is mad ill. Like, I like that shit. Like, oh,
that's
okay,
ruthless.
you play me, okay. But some shenanigans ensue, of course, obviously in this anime. So you gotta go through that. Again, those are not spoilers. That is literally the synopsis. They were young.
They were 6. Why he so mad? He held on to that for how many years, bro?
It bodied him though. It bodied him because he felt so self-conscious from there. And he
look, I ain't even seen this show, and all I see is like this little 6-year-old kid with the like dark shadow on his face and the lines, and he just like
accurate
I'm
as fuck.
Fuck on this, bro. I'm about to go turn up my whole life so I can slide in her DMs and be like, nah, I'm good. Like I stood in your DMs, you was like yes, and I was like, nah, never mind. I changed it. We good on here. That's wild, bro.
It's such.
I'm watching that one.
It's such a great show.
Oh, I'm watching that one.
Check it out. Again, it'll be in the show notes. Now, let's get into some more anime. Now, let's talk about the heavy hitters. So we got Gleipnir. Let's start off with that one first.
I feel like this episode didn't disappoint.
It was better.
And I mean, it maintained the same factors that we liked from the original first episode, right? Great sound, great music, and then we had a real good fight. Oh, and the fight had great sound. Like,
bro, the animation in that fight was ridiculous. The way it was like, when they do almost. It's not 3D because none of it was 3D, but when they move in a 3-dimensional plane, even though it's a 2D show, when they move in a 3-dimensional plane, it's so fucking smooth and just beautiful. The way she was technically beating that girl's ass was insane, man.
So
I still don't like. I don't think something with this premise is just not sitting right with me, man.
So here's what it is. I enjoyed the female character a little bit more, right? A little bit more. But my issue with her is we don't know nothing about her.
Yeah, I hate manipulators too.
We know her sister gave her wish to the guy. because that's her sister, right? Is that her sister? I don't know.
I don't know if that other girl at the very, very end, I don't know who that girl was.
We know the girl gave her wish to our main character.
Yep.
And the part that I liked about her was that he said, well, what if I want to die right now?
She's like,
she's like, fuck it, I'll take that L. I liked that. That made me feel like she's not a complete scumbag.
No.
But also she's a complete scumbag.
She's fooling you, bro.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like that was manipulation 101.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
damn well, the motherfucker wasn't gonna let her die. He's too
you're
kind.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
All the context clues around that whole scene was her saying, "You're too kind. You're too kind. You're too kind." That kept playing back in my head as like I was watching them talk and have this conversation. She's just taking that shit and she's using it. She's
running with it.
Yeah, she's using that shit to her own advantages, and I fucking can't stand manipulators. It's the biggest, grossest thing you can possibly be. Is liars and a manipulator. Virtually the same goddamn thing if you look at it in my book. I can't stand them. I can't stand it, and it makes me sick. The fact that the girl at the end though said, "I want to be inside of someone," meaning she really wanted to be a part of that guy. The reason why he's that barren, you can climb inside of him, is because she wished it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Which I thought was dope.
That
was the kind of part I was gonna get to. Is like, what did you think about that scene where she climbed into him? They basically made it a sex scene without making it a sex scene.
Yeah, if it's with the girl that originally gave him the wish, that made the wish, that would have been probably better because she probably is more likable than Claire. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, that is cool, but creepy. It almost. I was like, yo, I like this, but I don't know why. I need an explanation as to what this is.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand anything that's going on yet, but I am intrigued.
Yeah, we understand the coin has some kind of power for the guy. And who the fuck is the guy, and why does he have the power to grant wishes if you give him a coin? Is he a leprechaun?
Yeah.
Did he lose his pot of gold? We don't know. Find out next episode of Gleipnir But. Yeah. But the thing is that these people are collecting these coins for him, and what is the purpose? Like. Yeah. Why is he so eager? And then they also said, they made a statement that when you make a wish to lose everything, right? Mm. So old girl gave her wish, but what did she lose in exchange for giving him that body, Because essentially, he didn't lose anything. He might have, he might want to be more regular or more normal than before. But it's like, what did he actually lose?
I mean, he lost the normalcy of his life, right? Like that's what he lost, but he didn't have anything to do with it. So how can somebody have that much power to where they can change someone else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Is this a battle royale? Like, are they competing? Like, I don't understand what's going on yet.
We gotta wait till we get the tournament art.
They're not doing a great job of explaining what's going on, but it's intentional. And I mean, it's working on me. I'm sold. It's a beautiful animation, great music. I don't know if I like the main character. I don't know if I like any character in the show, to be honest. Fuck, I don't even know. I am befuddled.
You like the world, not the characters.
I like the world, not the characters, I guess.
Yeah, because Shuichi, I agree, he's too soft, too nice. And I mean, I like nice characters, but that's what got Emma leg broke. Mm-hmm. I guess she wasn't really being nice, but it's still Emma too nice. That's what's going to get him hurt.
Yep.
But I did like the fact they're not afraid to kill in this show.
Yeah, body.
Like, that hit different. I was thinking like, oh no, he about to stop her. Like he was saying like he ain't got no control over his suit, but he gonna find a way to like, bow with that big old magnum. Like that, that barrel was like the size.
Yo, what she did to her leg, bro? Like, that shit killed me, man.
That was dope, man.
That
I was
killed me.
and then picked her up by her head. I was like, yo, this is the massacre, bro.
This is insane.
Her whole dream of like becoming a college athlete and running is done. You done. You can't run with that leg. And then got her back blown out.
And not in a good way. I'm still befuddled in this story though. I am so confused, but I am here. So we're gonna continue to watch it. But let's go on to the Great Tower of God, bro.
The Great. Let's go. Look, he done spoiled his opinion of it. So go ahead. The Great Tower of God. Let's hear about it.
This show is great, man. It's great. It's so intriguing. Again, see, this storytelling is almost. What's funny is Tower of God and Gleipnir storytelling. The way they're telling the story is almost similar. Almost like they're doing it the exact same way, to where they're taking their time, kind of explaining the world. Tower of God is doing it so much better because it's like they're sitting down. Our main character doesn't know anything because of, I mean, some of y'all know this because y'all read the webtoon, including Tell himself. But he doesn't know anything. We don't know why he doesn't know anything, but because he don't know anything, we don't know anything. Mm-hmm. And that's a better way of doing the storytelling. And I guess it's the same way in Gleipnir. But man, it's the same way in Gleipnir. Maybe I do like, I don't know. Tower of God is just good.
Tower of God, it has a different air about it though, right?
Yeah.
So you are getting, they're developing the world more. The world is being developed more than the characters. Yeah. But we are still getting character development. We're getting actual character growth. Our character don't seem like a pushover. Shuichi.
The
25th Bam.
We know he seems to not know what the fuck he's doing, but he's not a pushover.
Yeah.
Bam is dope.
Yeah, Bam is dope, and I entirely agree with that. And there's gonna be more world development, more character development, but it's like Bam himself is where the show is centric to.
Yeah, and
I feel like that's where the two shows differ so much, right? Yeah. Is that Gleipnir seems like it's struggling to find where the centricity is, like who's the central focus, right?
What's the story? Yeah.
Yeah, but Tower of God is like the tower is a focus and Bam is a focus. Those are the only two things you care about.
And we know Bam's goals. Okay, we have his underlying goals. We know that he's fucking probably so powerful that but
we know he's an irregular. That's all we know. Mm-hmm. He didn't get pushed back by the liquid or the water,
which I think is the most intriguing shit about that whole episode. Because the guy was like, maybe it's luck, or maybe you're really strong. Who knows?
No one even noticed.
Yep.
Everyone got pushed back and they didn't even think about it. And Bam's just like.
And what's great about this episode is that it was such a quick scene of the water hitting him, but not doing anything. It just went. So we know from watching that, if you caught it, if you blinked, you missed it. That one part where the water just kind of passed Bam, and how the fuck did he just instantly get through it and not get pushed back like everyone else did?
Right. And what we do know about the guy who hit him with the water is that he's been to the top of the tower.
He's done, yeah.
Meaning he can be as strong as he wants to be, basically. And Bam is unaffected by what he just did that everyone else is clearly affected by. Even
I can't wait.
I say this because I haven't finished Tower of God. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. So I really don't know what happens. But it's like, I'm so happy.
Yeah,
I am so happy to see this animated, bro.
It's
I am
so good.
And there's so many things that I had forgotten. Mm-hmm. I had forgotten about the green girl.
Yeah.
I had forgotten. I forgot about the samurai dude with his two swords. I forgot about the dude who sleeps through everything. It's just so good. This is about to be so hype, bro.
Yeah. It's gonna be It's something special. It's something special for sure. Probably I don't know, man. So many shows got canceled, got delayed, and I'm kind of okay with it because it gives me time to go back and like check out other stuff I missed to bring to the show.
Yeah,
and then watch some of the new stuff that it's easier to keep up on, I should say.
Yeah, and enjoy the greatness, because if we were bogged down with all the things we planned on watching, even though we definitely want ReZero.
Yeah, should have been sacrificed.
We wouldn't have finished this, and we actually never. I don't know if you finished ReZero, but I only went back and watched like half of ReZero. But I'm
talking about the director's cut.
Yeah.
So I got up to, I think it was episode 4 of the director's cut, and then I rewatched the entire thing, like the original version.
Yeah.
So I got to finish the director's cut too, because there is some extra scenes in there.
Yeah. So it gives us more time to give you guys more quality content about some stuff that you might not have known before.
Yeah, indeed. I do know one thing though. I am gonna, as weird as it sounds, I'm gonna pick up on my slice of life even more, because I feel like I gotta bring something that like the people don't know about, the stuff that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they know about the fighting anime or the I mean, that's really it. It's just fighting anime, really. But I gotta get into my horror anime too.
Ooh, that's a whole different bag.
I know, a tough bag to dive into.
I mean, it's not a lot of good ones, bro.
It's so hard to find a good one. I can only name like 3 good ones, if that even. Maybe 1 good one. Shit.
Yeah.
No, 2 good ones, because Elfen Lied. I don't even know if that's a horror though.
Witchblade.
Yeah.
And Witchblade is not. Yeah, Witchblade is more ecchi, but it's very gory and it can be horror-esque.
Yeah. I guess Future Diary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paranoia, of course. Fuck, that show's so good.
Yeah, but Paranoia felt like more psychological than.
Yeah, that's true.
Horror.
I was scared.
But it was. I was scared as a child. Yes, I know it now. I'm just like psychologically
fucked up.
Like
yeah,
that's what it is.
True. All right, let's get to You got anything else you want to talk about? Before we get into this big bag right here, one I was super excited for, that most of Twitter was excited for, and I feel like I pray that we don't have to wait forever for the next chapter because the shit got real. But if you don't know what we're talking about, it was the required reading for last week. We told y'all to go read God Punch, the Webtoon series. Bruh, it's so good, man.
Yes, bro.
I'm gonna start off with my one criticism, okay? My one criticism that I had from book 1 or chapter 1 was that it was a lot of words and some of the text bubbles, which kind of made it hard to read because it was so small. Okay,
yeah,
I'm doing this on my phone, so that's probably why. But it was a real big paragraphs and some of the speech bubbles. That was the only criticism I had. Everything else in this webtoon was like, damn, man, it felt like so relatable, and it's probably because it's from our own, you know what I'm saying? It's from our people.
And that does make a significant difference regardless of however diverse you are.
Yeah.
You know, seeing yourself in something obviously makes a huge difference.
So relatable.
I will say. So
let's dive. Oh, you got a criticism?
I mean, my only issue really was the fact that I was reading from right to left.
Oh, like oh no, that probably fucked you up.
I had to stop and go back. Like, nope, read it right myself.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
nah.
That messed me up because at first I was like, this does not make any sense. What is he write? And I had to go back and read it left to right. I was like, okay, This makes perfect sense. I'm tripping, bro.
You used to manga.
I know I was tripping.
It's a comic,
but it has clear manga representations and
sure.
interest. I was tripping, bro.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
That's a good one though.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
But
funny.
So what? At the end of God Punch 1, Chapter 1, basically, what the train pulls up.
Yep.
But at the start of this Chapter 2. More or less, what I thought was interesting was this like Hydra face dude, right?
Oh my god, that was insane. Okay, so he basically the entire time he was getting haunted by whatever this is or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Essentially, after like having the same dream replay over and over and over in Chapter 1, you kind of see what that dream is manifested into essentially the real world. And apparently it's a fucking demon. A demon with how many heads it had? Like 7?
Like looked like 7 or 9 because they all had different faces and hairstyles, which I thought was dope.
Different personalities and shit, but if you hit them, they feel it. Yeah, man.
It looks like 7.
Okay, so seven heads, and it was literally chasing him after he leaves or after he wakes up from his cousin's house, which I think, man, that shit was so relatable when he was when he got out of school and went to his cousin's house. The dudes try to jump him because he was in like the wrong part of the hood, or he bumped into one dude. It was like a Boondocks moment.
Yeah.
like the watch where you walking moment.
Right.
But yeah, when his cousin pulled up and he was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was your cousin," and he whooped their ass. That shit was great, man. That shit was perfect.
See, that is, and man, that's so relatable.
So relatable. Growing up the way we did, we definitely relate to that.
So, like partway through this second chapter though, Percy like kind of decided to fight back, right?
Yeah, he tried.
And he like grabs a rock and kind of like jumps at it and like hits it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking in my head like, yo, he about to unlock some power, and nope, he get tossed. Our boy get tossed.
Back, dude. That panel is so well drawn. Like I saw it animated in my head. I saw the slow mo when he get pushed back into the, what was it, like a van or some shit? He get pushed back into the truck. Yeah, he get pushed back into it. It's like I could see the blood coming out and the fucking eyes rolling in the back of the head. They are a good team of people. Like just incredible the way they draw it out. I brought God Punch Pat written word into bringing it into life. They did an extremely good job with it. But what did you think about the end of that chapter though?
So I thought so obviously I like the representation. She has like a very Black Panther-esque look.
Yeah.
But it shows us something that's gonna be more like he's gonna get some backstory now.
Yes.
Because she says since your mother and I were your age, right? Mm-hmm. So this is gonna be probably who's gonna train him. We know that she has a rank, which we don't know what that rank means yet. We know that she's with a group. We don't know what that group means yet. We know that the demon knows about this group. So clearly they're fighting against, this organization or these demons. And I also feel like, so I don't know. This might be from reading too much manga. I feel like the name even means something. Like her name is Dr. Sylvia Bain. Like she's a doctor. Mm-hmm. Her family, this might be like a lineage thing where like the family of people fight demons or something like that. Mm-hmm. So this might be like his aunt or somebody else in the family that, passed down with the same like kind of like abilities or methods or training or something like that. And they meant to pass this down and he hadn't known about it yet because they were trying to get out of this lifestyle or something like that. But we know that his mother and father are dead. Yep. Or at least as far as we know, they're dead.
Well, his pops isn't. His pops is dead, beat, not dead.
Yeah. You're right. Might as well be. Mm-hmm. But we know that, mother's not there no more. So like, how do we...
Grandma Gloria, though.
Right? Always come through clutch.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. So what do you think about this ending? Like this end of this chapter?
Man, I wish they didn't do us like this, man. I wish they didn't, because I knew how long. Because it's been so long. I read chapter 1 so long ago, probably right before we started this podcast, or a few episodes into this podcast. We read chapter 1. No, it will, because he was God Punch Pat was on Where's Jin, and that's how I read the first chapter, and then reading the second chapter, I'm like, oh hell yeah, finally about to get some shit. He get his ass beat basically, and then we get left hanging, knowing we gotta probably wait another 5 fucking months. I hope we don't. I hope we don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, I know he's so working hard on writing the story and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, other podcasts got the scoop. They kind of know what's going on. Lucky them. I'm jealous because they know what's happening. They know what happened after Dr. Sylvia showed up, man. That gave me blue balls, man.
Bro. Well, I mean, we can work on that. We can work on getting him on Mic Check Waifu.
Yeah. We might need to make that happen. I might have to hit him up like, yeah, okay. So first question, why the hell you do us like that?
Right.
That shit's dope, man. I really do like this webtoon though. Seriously, go read it, man. It's so good. Like it, share it with other people. It's so good, especially to see the representation as it's being done so well. Our dude Percy is a normal black student, you know. He's even a little heavier set, which is dope. He's not all muscular and perfect and shit. His best friend, his best friend was dope too. Man, it reminded me of you remember Carlos?
Yes.
Little Carlos, not big Carlos.
Yes, I remember Carlos.
Little Carlos, yeah. Remind me of him. I love this shit though. I cannot wait for more. I wish it was just more to this chapter with the fight. And again, that's only because I'm being selfish, because I know we might have to wait a little while before we get more of it.
Well, yeah, but when it gets here, best believe
it's gonna be worth, man.
Another required reading.
Yeah.
For the Mic Check Waifu fam.
Yeah. I still need to catch up on your Zakura family though. You been keeping up with it?
I'm like 3 chapters behind, but I'm up there.
How is it?
We can bring that back. So consistent growth. Our I can't remember his name. The dude who been trying to kidnap her for the longest.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we're gonna catch up on your Zakura family, and we gonna I'm gonna talk about it next week.
Oh yeah, we're gonna both talk about that shit next week.
Let's go.
Read Mission Yosakura Family. It's a good manga, man. Shonen Jump viz, you can find it there. Also, read God Punch. I gotta push that narrative. Gotta read God Punch. It's awesome. Damn, I kind of don't want this show to end.
I mean, but we at the end.
Wanna hit us with that recap?
So, as you beautiful people already know, today we had to do a beautiful recap of God Punch, done by God Punch Pat and his team. Polo recommended Masamune Kun's Revenge. I recommended Kizumanaguri Part 3 Raiketsu. We also talked about Tower of God, and how it's just something about it that's amazing, that even though we compare it to Gleipnir and they're doing kind of similar things.
Yeah, with the storytelling.
The storytelling is just a little bit better, probably, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Gleipnir had a pretty good episode this week. It's just something still putting us off, like we don't like that female character.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came down to right before our Teflon Sega break, as we like to take, we talked about Polo watching 2 seasons of My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, and how BNA is just an anime that Polo needs to watch because it's too good with all that lycanthropy and animal transformations and stuff.
I'm on my way.
We also had the One Piece update from Polo, and just a little slight amount of slander about Pokemon from me when we talked about
Digimon is litty.
It is, bro. It's just crazy.
That's crazy. That's so wild. That's so crazy here. Anyway, yeah, man, you can follow our social medias I'm at Polo Born Fly on all social media.
And I'm at King Telliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Mike Check Waifu on Twitter and Mike Check Waifu on Instagram. MikeCheckWaifuWaifu.com. And as always, Mike Check.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way or another.